Still pressing the incorrect buttons all over the place. Oh, well. How is everybody doing? Good day to everyone. Feel free to come off mute, say hi before we check in. Yeah,
Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you
hopefully
are.
the YouTube works. Fingers crossed. I mean,
Ciao.
It says it's recording.
that's all we wanted, I guess,
Hello,
for the time
hello.
being. All righty. Cool. Zoom, you settling in.
Everybody,
Things
please take a
are-
moment and stretch. As Chris was doing, we do practice physical health, yoga positions. Like, honestly, we need a funded proposal to do 15 minutes of yoga before these town halls.
Well, you're talking to the right man. Chris knows, like, I'm very bad in all of these things, but I'm trying to follow Chris's lead on these things, but haven't been successful at yet. I don't think he hears us yet.
GM.
I hear you. Do you
I
hear
hear
me?
you. Okay, awesome. Yeah.
Do you hear me? Is that sounding okay
I
now?
hear you now.
All right. Yeah, I would love to do. I'd try and lead a yoga session one time. Yeah, we'll take that offline, right? And we'll plan it for Fund 18. How about that?
Have the least
I'll
yoga
take this
retreat.
opportunity to say I'm a yoga instructor. Hello, guys. GM.
Right.
All right, Evangelos. Thank you very much, man. What sort of yoga do you practice or like
Thank
to
you.
do?
Vinyasa. I've done vinyasa, with the flow.
Of course.
I have a 200 hours diploma. Not such a great experience, but 15 minutes would be great.
Hey, man, absolutely. Let's make that happen.
Yeah, why not?
We would do that.
Darlington's doing great yoga right now. Look at that yoga. Bag yoga is what we call this, everybody.
Oh, it's good to be back, guys. Haven't seen you all for a few weeks, it seems. And oh my word, what has been going on? We did promise that there was going to be some twists and turns this time around, didn't we?
I think so. So how about we settle in? I think we're 10 minutes in, so I think we're quite okay on the time. And let's rock and roll. So TK, would you like to kick off the town hall officially? And I'll help you with some of the slides shortly as well.
Oh, Danny's putting me on the spot. Okay, fire up the slides. Let's go. If you could do that, then everything is set.
Just a second.
Tension rising.
I'll move the buttons. I'm not a fan. I think you should be seeing the slides in front of you. All right.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, everyone. Next slide, please. GM. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world that you are. Welcome to Town Hall 165, hosted by myself, TK Princewill, Daniel Ribar, and Chris Bide. Next slide, please. So in usual Catalyst fashion, the Welcome to the Experiment slide kicks off every single town hall, and this is not going to be any different. We did have some conversations in the green room. Who is going to be reading the Welcome to Experiment slide today? Hi, Maria.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to Catalyst Town Hall. Are you ready for the Welcome to the Experiment slide?
You just need to read the slide, Maria. Like, kick us off in fine fashion. Over to you.
Just to read the slide?
Just read it top to bottom.
Okay. So welcome to the experiment. And we bring some things here. So
things may break.
Things may break here. We can have lack of documentation. We can have some difference between iterations. Someone can be disoriented, overloaded, and inspired. But our main goal is to provide a safe and lively environment for you to explore the highest potential of human collaboration. So welcome and enjoy this evening or morning or where you are. Welcome.
Yay! Woo!
Awesome.
Nice
Oh,
work.
wow.
Nice
Thank you.
work.
Thank you very much, Maria. Now that you've read the welcome to the experiment slide, you are now officially part of, the Catalyst traditions. So would you want to, tell us who Maria is and what you have for us later in the session?
Okay, I'm from Veritas team. It's the research team led by Roman Olinikov, and we are working on different research directions in Catalyst. And today we will present some results on milestone 1. Actually, I have a PhD in computer science. I'm an associate professor at university in Ukraine, and I'm very happy to work for Catalyst.
We love working with you guys as well. So you'll be introducing and presenting some of those foundational results from the alternate voting mechanisms project that was approved by you guys in the community during Fund 11, right?
Yeah.
So super exciting stuff. Looking forward to talking to you later. Thanks very
Yeah.
much, Maria.
Thank you.
Yeah, looking forward to all of the results from all of that research later on in the after town hall rooms. Now we're gonna jump into the next slide. So this slide, I have enjoyed what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks. So usually either myself, Daniel, or Chris would tell you what Project Catalyst means. But in the past couple of weeks, we've been asking the community what it means to them. Around the time with the working groups, I kind of realized that everybody interacts with Catalyst in a very different way. And the answer one person would give somewhere in Africa would be different from the kind of, things that somebody would experience within Catalyst in someone in Europe or Asia or America. So it's really interesting to get to hear what each and everyone has to say. So if you would like to come on stage and tell us what Catalyst means to you, kindly raise your hands up and we're going to give you a few minutes to go into what you think Project Catalyst stands for.
Bold move. Wow. Innovating.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Maria.
Hi, another Maria. So this is really great. Please go ahead, Maria. Before you tell us what Project Catalyst means to you, can you also tell us where in the world you are calling from today?
Today I'm calling from home, from Brazil, from São Paulo.
Awesome. Please go ahead with what Catalyst means to you.
I started in Catalyst in Fund 1. Sorry, I got a bit emotional. With no aid. And then I go on for Fund 2, and I found the Lovelace Academy. And it's like a huge dream come true. I could manage my own project. I could be someone in the world. And then I become SPO cardenistas and everything else. So I think Catalyst is a dream maker. You can dream and then you actually put yourself out there and you can make your projects reality.
Maria, that's so
Wow.
powerful and from the heart. You've got me going. Ooh.
Wow.
Woohoo!
That was
First week
beautiful.
back, guys. Wow, what are you doing? That was.
We are cooking stuff down here, guys.
I know
I
you
have
are.
been very busy. I don't know if you know, I think I am around at 8 projects in Catalyst fund. I also got funded for Intersect, REP, workshops and projects like that. So we are doing as much as we can to teach people about Cardano governance. I'm doing everything possible to reach educational centers, to reach entrepreneur centers. And I hope I am doing well for you all because we are all in community and I never did anything alone. Every single time was someone there to help me. Thank you.
Really beautiful.
Wow. Thank you very much, Maria, for that very insightful, very emotional definition of what catalyst means to you. No need to add any other words. We're just going to jump into the next slide. Thank you very much, Maria. Okay, we got to the segment of the town hall where we explore some of the projects that have completed. Today we will be exploring just one video from the Rare Network. It's about the Paris takeover. It's very exciting. It's a little bit longer than the videos we usually play in the town halls, but like I said, very, very interesting video. So it would actually get you going for the entirety of the video. So I hope you enjoy. Here comes the Paris takeover from the Rare Network.
Human existence has always revolved around its connection to the world. What does it mean to be human in this new digital age? Those controlled by technology and those who are shaping it for the better of all. Who are these individuals fueling innovation in this new digital revolution? What is blockchain technology, and which are best for the advancement of humanity? Those propelling the ecosystem's expansion, connecting people with groundbreaking ideas. Powered by a funding source that is voted on by the people, the community.
Say hello to the cameraman. We're in Paris. They don't realize we're in Paris right now. These guys, what blog are we on? Shut up. We're back on. Blockchain week. Yes. Happy birthday, brother.
My name is Wes Parkinson, and I am in Paris, and I am jet lagged. I am also the co-founder of Rare Network, alongside Rand, with quite the squad here in Paris.
We've got an entire crew with us, content creators, El, Esco, Wurs, La Petite Ada, the Clay Nation ladies. We're here kicking it, putting out all the media content we can so you guys can see it while you're at home. That's what we're doing here today.
Tom, what's good?
On the way to Paris Blockchain Week, day 1, 8 a.m. Let's get it. We're at Paris Blockchain Week, day 1 right now. We're getting set up here in the media room. We're ready to rock. Let's go booth to booth. Let's meet some people. Let's get after it.
GM, day 1, Paris Blockchain Week. There's so many awesome people here and so many builders, and so come.
Let's party. We're gonna have a great time. You guys will see it all.
Dude! Words, Rare Network. I'm here with Miller from NFT UK. Just really want to talk about what products and services you have.
And
How about Cardano?
I'm not very sure.
We're trying to spread the word of Cardano while we're here. Yeah, we are. I see lots of blockchains on here, but do you do anything with Cardano?
Yes, we also work with Cardano ecosystem as well, so yeah.
I just want to ask you a question. Do you know what Cardano is?
Yeah.
Do you own any Cardano?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, no, because obviously here at Rare Network, we are trying to onboard people onto Cardano and make sure people are aware of ADA. Yeah, because it's an amazing blockchain. Obviously, we're eco-friendly and we just want to make sure that people know about it. So free food, free drink. I think it's for a few hours, so I'll get you a flyer. We'd love for you and the team if you just register there.
All right.
It's free food, free drink, 5 till 8. Register, bring all your team down and come and have a chat and a drink. Yeah?
Sure, thank you very much.
Really nice to meet you. So appreciate your time. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we're here to get the word out about our annual event, Rare Evo. and then also really put on for the Cardano community as we are hosting our Rare Socials, which is really Cardano themed, thanks to Project Catalyst funding and our sponsors such as CNS.
We're at the Rare Social at the Frog in the Underground in the beautiful Paris. We have Simon. We have Sir Matthew here. Simon runs this absolutely impeccable event called Paris Blockchain Week that we're all celebrating right now.
Rare Network, best side event so far. Let's go.
We love it. We love it. The people love it. Everyone's bustling. Check this out. Can we get a shot? Can we get a shot?
Rare Socials, Paris Blockchain Week. We've got Alex here from Cardano Foundation. How has your week been so far at Paris Blockchain? Because for me, it's my first time being here and I've had just such a blast.
So yeah, thanks for having me. I think what's awesome this year is we weren't there, but the Cardano community was with Rare Evo. And one of the key things that made this happen is Catalyst voted you guys in, right? And it's really awesome to see a side event funded by this, a media presence, and all that kind of stuff.
I really feel like Cardano is starting to really push out there, and with what obviously Project Catalyst does, and what it's done for me personally, it's allowed me, give me the opportunity to travel, to meet people, and to create content with something I love. So it's just such a massive opportunity for us, and yeah, for Catalyst, for Cardano Foundation, everything you guys do, like we really do appreciate what you do. No,
thank you for putting this together. Thank you for us being guests at a Cardano community event set up by community members and been funded by community funding. It's really fantastic.
Well, thank you from me, thank you from everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Paris.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
I'm here today with the lovely La Petite, Ada. Hello, my darling. Hello, Lily. So La Petite is an absolute legend and an official Cardano girl. So La Petite, are you enjoying Paris? What have you been up to?
Ooh, Paris has been crazy. I had so much fun at the event. The gala was beautiful, and also hanging around with the Cardano people. It's always a good time. I really enjoy it.
How has the event been for you so far? It's been a couple of days. It's been wild. What's it been like for you?
It's been really enjoyable, and honestly, I think the best time that I've had is at the Rare Social event that we're at right now, because they brought the Cardano community together, and because we all work in an online world, it's hard to kind of meet people and get the inspiration that you derive from going to these events. And when you go to like events, like Paris Blockchain Week, there's not too many Cardano folks, and a big part of what Rare is doing, what we've been doing at Atrium, is trying to bring the Cardano folks out to the wider community so that we learn from each other and we network and we build together, because what Cardano has done has been very sideload. So I've had a good time. I really like Paris. The food here is amazing. The people are really nice so far. And I would say the best part is, where I'm at right now, which is the Rare Networking Social event, because I see a lot of my friends here.
So these events are so powerful to actually have them real life connections and really talk to someone face to face. So yeah, I'm exactly the same. Shout out to Rare Network, shout out to Rare Socials for this event tonight. We're only a few hours in, it's absolutely packed in here. We've actually had to come out onto the street because we can't get in there and film.
We had a great time at the Rare Network Social today here in Paris. It was a packed house. We really thank everybody for coming out. Paris Blockchain Week has been amazing. Shout out to the Paris Blockchain Week sales team. Looking forward to doing this again in 2025.
I'm a Cardano girl. I have to sit at the front.
It's going to be a bit low energy today, but 2 days of very hard work. So we're going to do some sightseeing. And then, so we're going to go to the Eiffel Tower, shoot some stuff, meet the Clay Girls. So here with Lily again, and yesterday I noticed she was doing this little thing called...
Okay, too many cameras, what's going on?
What's happening?
How do you know Cardano girls?
I saw it on Twitter. It was very viral, really good, really funny. And I only have one thing to say: just buy some ADA, bro.
Absolute legend. You've heard it here today. This is not financial advice, but he did say just... It's not financial advice. It is. No, it's not. But just buy some Ada, bro.
And this guy just come past and just said, like, are you a Cardano girl? And it was like, what? And like, he'd actually seen Cardano girls on Twitter and recognised her. But it did get like 1.8 million views, that thing, so it was pretty wild.
Do you know who Elle was?
No, definitely. No one knows who Elle was.
Good day, Amsterdam!
Revo, Amsterdam. We have to say thank you to Catalyst as well. I mean, if you guys know who I am, you know I've had a lot to say, and it's been a bumpy road, and but they're getting there. They're working hard, and governance doesn't come in a day. And when you get to participate in stuff that is being proposed in Catalyst and has succeeded, you get to realize there are good things happening because of Catalyst. So shout out to Daniel Ribar, shout out to Chris Bard, a great bunch of guys, and there's so many others that I could name. But yeah, thank you to the Catalyst team for participating in this and helping us get here, man. It's a dream really to be with the rare guys, and my friends Wurs and Esco out here, and we wouldn't have done it without Catalyst. So shout out to them as well.
I definitely want to say shout out to Catalyst because the opportunities, the way they've done this, we're spreading the word about Cardano, about Catalyst, about blockchain, crypto, everything. So yeah,
and I'll say please participate as well. Last round, I think we had in between 3 to 5K on voters. We want more, they want more. This is governance, is going to get it. I know we got 1694, but please participate in Catalyst because they make things like this happen, and we appreciate it. And there's a store called Charles, right next door to the store called Charles. What's the odds? Ada bicycles. Is this a setup?
Keeps you going!
This is a setup.
This is a total setup.
I love the Ada bicycles part. Really interesting video. Shout out to the Red Network on this closeout. Longer than the usual ones we play on the town hall, but very, very interesting. Next slide, please. Okay. Since the last town hall, I think 20 more projects added into this sheet, this particular page. I'm not sure what the number was. I think it was around 830 something, and now it's 855, which is really great. Shows all the hard work that's happening behind the scenes. People are really working hard to make sure that they fulfill what they have promised the community to do. If you want to look more into that, you might want to check out projectcatalyst.io/funds, which gives you a lot of insights into some of these projects that are building and also projects that have already closed out. You could also check out lightdonation.com/catalyst, which is also a really good community tool to look into all of the stuff that is happening between funding and completion. Next slide, please. Yes, you want to discover more about Project Catalyst, you could check out the website, projectcatalyst.io. And if that's not enough, you could check the news tab and jump into the Git book, which breaks down every single detail about things that happen, behind the scenes between the Catalyst team and the community as well. Really awesome stuff. Next slide, please. So this is Chris's slide. So I'm going to pass the mic to Chris so he could tell you about some of the awesome stuff that happened while he was in Japan.
Yeah, thank you. So, guys, you might have seen online, perhaps. I took a little break. I went away on holiday with my family, and whilst I was there, I had the absolute pleasure to spend more than a reasonable amount of time with quite a lot of the Cardano community. So, you know, actually for the 2 weeks that I was away, there was multiple days where I was doing stuff with the community, right? We had a great chance to meet up with the Emergo team and talk and share ideas about, you know, future of innovation and what interesting and important commercial partners they can bring to the table in future rounds. And that was really exciting. Also, I had an opportunity to spend a lovely afternoon, morning and lunch and afternoon with the Japanese community at the Blockchain Expo in Tokyo at Big Sight. And it's really tremendous to see people that have been part of the community for such a long time, but we haven't had an opportunity to really engage with them here on Town Hall, because right now it is the middle of the night in Japan, right? So everybody that's over in Japan only really gets to catch up on Town Hall news, you know, after the fact, and for the most of it anyway. And you know, what's also tremendous to see is just how much activity is going on out there. You know, so I just want to sort of shout out, it was such a pleasure to sort of spend time, and you know, the hospitality that Sierra Yun and the Socius team provided, and big shout out to Yuta and Rankit, Muin Steak Pool, S-Man 8 Pool, Mac, Yuri, Hide Kuni, and all the others that I had a chance to meet. Interestingly, Mac is setting up, a Japanese Cardano community member, is setting up Japan's first legal DAO association. And this is very much in an advanced state. And so this is kind of interesting stories that we don't necessarily get to see or hear about so much in the West so often. And I think, you know, one of the commitments that I'd like to make to our Japanese family is that we'll celebrate and elevate some of the Asian stories a bit more concertedly over the coming months, because there's so much good stuff going on. Not least have I got to experience and be able to bring back with me a lovely little NFT-enabled hand towel that I won't do death by demo, but it does connect to JPEG Store and shows that there is an RFID tag and NFT attached to that hand towel. But you know, in Japan they have the beautiful, all the different flavors of all your favorite sweets, whether it's matcha latte or or banana flavored Kit Kats or whatnot. But I think, you know, more importantly, other than the little gifts and the craftsmanship that takes place over there, and there are so many other wonderful examples, such as the Cardano branded plum wine that I've got to taste. That was lovely. And then, you know, in terms of Cardano branding, Tokushima Vortis Football Club, the J-League second division football team, is branded with Cardano today, right? It's part of their brand sponsorship, and this has all been funded out of Catalyst projects, which is just tremendous, right? To see how many cool things and diverse things are going on. And you know, the beautiful thing about this Tokushima FC partnership is not only is it getting Cardano's name exposed to, you know, football fans right across Japan, but it's also cleverly working its way into you know, the discussions and some of the meetings of Japanese local governments, because these football teams, and this football team in particular, has strong ties to government associations. So it's just been fascinating and a really inspiring and insightful opportunity to dive into a local community, and something I want to do a fair bit more of, and see Catalyst you know, being explored and unpacked in these local territories. So yeah, I thought the report from the Far East was worthwhile bringing to Town Hall, and I hope many of you guys that haven't been to Japan get to go and experience it sometime soon, because it is a wonderful place. Very friendly, very welcoming, and yeah, all the best to the Japan community. There's a little video there, it's only sort of 13 seconds, maybe you want to play it, TK, and then we'll stand at the Big Sight Blockchain Expo. As you'll know, you know, Japan's got a very central part of the Cardano origin story, and so you can imagine that actually many of the people that are part of this community today have quite literally been here since day one, if not before. So it's just testament to their passion and determination and inspiration to continue being part of this community, and looking forward to celebrating more of you guys very soon. Back to you
Amazing.
guys.
Amazing. Japan loves Cardano, that's for sure. Thank you, Chris, for that awesome storytelling about your trip to Japan and about the awesome community in that space. We're going to jump into the next slide. And Danny is going to tell you about the timelines and resources you need to progress through Fund 12.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, both of you. I think by now, none of these should be a stranger to anyone watching, but if you haven't been following as closely as you might have liked, this is going to be a fresh refresher of what and where we are currently in the campaign itself. So as you know, we have had these 6 beautiful categories, out of which one is still active, and we're going to touch upon it in just a second, that people have been submitting proposals in the first part of the Project Catalyst and then predominantly now being in a community review. So again, if you've missed that part and you're not sure what was exactly in the store for Fund 12, also you can check out the launch guide, which is linked on the bottom of this slide. But if we were to look at the timelines, everything is progressing currently according to schedule. So we are just in the middle of the community review. So for all the categories outside of the partners, all the proposals are currently being reviewed by a select pool of community reviewers, and all of that work for the first part by the level 0s and level 1s. The first part of the community review is coming to a close in a couple of hours, and then essentially going into the next gear, which will be moderation period. And if everything goes well, then by June 20th, the outcome of the community review should be aggregated, and all of that information will be forwarded towards the voting period, where everything remains on schedule as well to begin voting by June 27th, and then progressing towards the rest of the timeline itself. Now, one track is currently still open. As you know, the partners track and real world integrations, I do encourage everybody to go and check out the category, because there have been some amazing submissions already to date, and I can imagine there's going to be quite a couple of them more coming in during the last hours. Now, because this is not plugged into the community review, all the submitters will have actually full day tomorrow just to go through those submissions, make any of those final edits, especially because there's no finalization period, because we expect a lot of those proposals to be mature in its format already, to be able to go forward towards moderation. I do encourage, though, everyone to read the challenge brief very in a great detail. Why? Because there's lots of requirements, and make sure that you don't miss any of those requirements, and you articulate them clearly so that you don't run into any additional issues, especially during the upcoming moderation period, which might take some of those elements into question if you haven't been able to communicate clearly. How are you meeting those requirements? Because this partners track has a very specific and strict set of requirements to ensure that it hits on its categories brief scope. So make sure you go back, check everything, and whether you're complying, so that you don't run into any challenges once the moderation period will come for the partners track. So again, through the end of day tomorrow. So again, it should be everywhere around the world. Pretty much, I think, as much as you have a daylight, you should be good to go, but you'll be able to submit and finalize those all the way up until the very end of the June 6th, regardless where you are. Okay, so what happens next? The submission deadline comes in tomorrow. Then the shortlist should be published around June 24th, just in time to ensure that it is plugged into the voting period, so that the community can start participating at large with a selection of prioritization of proposals, not only in this one, but also across all of the categories. And if all goes well, then in the week of July 15th, we should find the results. Again, all on schedule currently. Now, this is last call of action for the community reviewers who are currently participating in the community review. go back, make sure that you've done your work diligently, and you have up until 11 a.m. UTC tomorrow, June 6th, to make any final edits to your existing reviews, submit anything outstanding, and also making sure that your work complies with all the terms and conditions and regulations / guidelines with regards to participation in the community review. As you know, we have been monitoring this stage quite deeply over the past couple of weeks, especially going into the start of the community review. So make sure none of your actions can be misrepresented as a good formal actor trying to make sure you're providing a good feedback to all the proposals which have been submitted so far. So again, this is last call of action at 11 a.m. UTC. That ability to do so on idea scale will be then disabled, and we're going to be moving towards the next stage of the community review, and that's a moderation process. If you have been doing your work quite diligently, whether it's this round or especially in the previous funding rounds as a community reviewer, some of you select ones will be then invited to be a level 2 moderator. If you are to understand what those requirements have been, make sure you navigate to the docs.projectcatalyst.io that highlights the differences between the levels. But again, keep an eye on the course over the next week for invitation formally to become moderator for the community review, and then you'll be able to participate with those duties next. So just to rehash what the timeline looks like, tomorrow 11 a.m. UTC, June 6th, the first part of the community review will come to the conclusion, and then the moderation period itself will begin next week, June 13th, all the way up until June 20th, when the community review stage will formally close. We're going to try to release the data around June 24th so that it can go and inform the voting app accordingly. All right, and if you would like to participate in voting, voter registration, whether if you're a new one or if you would like to refresh, you lost access to your QR codes, PIN codes, you can already do so. The ongoing voter registration process allows you to do so. Again, make sure you use the supported wallet, create your registrations, and then await the snapshot that it is still scheduled on June 18th at 9:45 p.m. UTC. So all the registrations need to be done properly ahead of the time. This time around, inside the voting app, you also have a continuous snapshot feature, which gives us a little bit of a headache as it's a new feature and it's settling in. So sometimes it may not be working exactly 100% of the time, but we are trying to resolve any of those issues. If there is any problem with the continuous snapshot feature, you will be notified directly inside the voting app that will alert you to such thing. But other than that, it should be working generally as usual. What is it good for? Well, it gives you an advance notice whether your wallet is properly registered, whether your balance as currently is enough to be considered to be valid during the snapshot, so that you don't come to any surprises after the snapshot when the voting period begins that there is something wrong with your registration. So again, if you would like to validate that your voter registration has been done correctly and that you meet all the minimum requirements, especially with the holdings of the ADA, then navigate to the voting app, scan your QR code, and if accepted by the voting app, the continuous snapshot feature will give you live feedback on what is the status of your wallet. It's the best way to ensure that you are locked in and ready for the voting, which will commence on the June 27th and will be open for usual 2 weeks, expecting to have results around July 15th. All right, we had some of the links earlier we talked about. Again, if you wanted to go back and rehash what the launch guide was for Fund 12, especially if you're watching this town hall for the first time on YouTube and you haven't been privy to what exactly all of these festivities are about, I invite you to scan the QR code or navigate directly to the link on the page, and you'll be able to get a short burst of information in terms of what the Fund 12 is and all the goodness that is taking place in there. And if you would like to stay in touch, we have Telegram announcements. You can subscribe to the newsletter. There's community Discord, or you can also follow the latest developments on Twitter. So whichever medium you prefer the most, you'll be able to stay up to date where things are and what is happening in the community. And TK, when are we going to be back here? Is it next week once again?
So you can catch us on this same spot every Wednesday at 5 p.m. UTC. If you've missed this one, no worries. There's always another one every week. And that's it from us for today. If you're currently in the YouTube, in the description, there is a link that could help you jump right straight into the after town halls after the main session. There's a bunch of rooms that are interesting. You could come in and connect or network with other amazing community members. But yeah, really awesome stuff. Thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you enjoyed Town Hall 165. It's bye-bye from all of us here. And we're going to jump straight into the breakout rooms. Over to you, Christina.
Yeah, let's pick the interest of the viewers. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. Let's find out what the menu is for the After Town Hall. So Darlington, you ready?
I've got a menu. Hello, everybody. This is Darlington with the Lighter Crew coming from you live from Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. I will be bringing you the After Town Hall menu today. You are at Town Hall number 165. Can you imagine? Well, can you also imagine that this is not the only town hall that happened? As Chris alluded to earlier, some people are sleeping when this is happening. When we on this call are sleeping, there are other town halls that happen, such as the Eastern Town Hall, happens every second Saturday. European Town Hall is every second Thursday at 17:30 UTC. Africa Town Hall is every second Friday of the month. LATAM and Pacific bi-weekly, Thursday and second Thursday, 3 a.m. UTC, respectively. 3 a.m. Wow. That is late for me. Besides the town hall, there are also other watering holes, places of encouragement, places the community gather every single week. Adamio has gatherings on Mondays for some live coding. Gimbal Labs has gatherings on Tuesday if you need to tap into a small collection of hive mind. Maybe you want to present something or get some feedback on something. The Lighter Nation crew and the Cardano Over Coffee crew are on Twitter Spaces for 2 hours every single day, Monday to Friday, starting at 1:30 p.m. UTC. If you have a proposal or if you're building something for Cardano, that is a good place to go present it for 25 minutes and get questions from the community. Odin is every first Thursday of the month. NFT Guild, every other Tuesday. Odin and NFT Guilds happens on Zoom, like this one. The EU Cardano community has a time that varies. They're on Twitter, so follow them there. If you like brigading, or if you think Catalyst is the most awesome decentralized community-led fund in the blockchain space, and dare I say the word, then this Twitter space might be for you. The SNEC community is having a Twitter space marathon. Link is coming, but you can also just look up SNEC on Twitter and you can join the marathon to see what kind of crazy idea is happening over there. So go and check them out. They've been running for 8 days straight. Can you imagine? That is a long time. Okay, we are about to jump into these breakout rooms. What are the breakout rooms and how can you have one? It is just a space for us to break up and stop staring at the screen and look at each other and have conversations after the main presentations. These happens every time there is a town hall here on the Wednesday. If you want to hold a breakout room, fill out that form by Tuesday, 6 p.m. UTC or 1800 hours. There is no limit. There will be as many breakout rooms as there are signups. So go ahead and do that. Link in the slides and here on the screen at this website. Hey. Today, yes, this is what we have for the menu. We've got Cardano ecosystem agents with Felix and the Swarm crew. We have alternative Catalyst voting schemes. we'll be hearing back from, I'm not gonna say the name because I'm mixing them up, but the person I read the slides, the Welcome to the Experiment slides, as well as Catalyst team and the Full Track team. We also have the European community space, and you will see this space again for about 5 minutes for a town hall check-in. So if you want a little decentralized identifier on your proof space wallet to say, to prove that you attended this town hall, you can come into that breakout room for 5 minutes and get that proof. It is free. The longest running breakout room, Sala de Cafe, of course, is back. And then if you are having secret conversations in the chat and you want to move this to a breakout room, there will be 3 secret breakout rooms. You can go in there and carry on those conversations. That is your town hall, your after town hall menu. Back to you, Catalyst team.
All right, then let's wrap it up. So again, just like we said, our main broadcast on YouTube concludes this first part of the town hall. If you are watching this live on YouTube and wish to continue, please don't be shy. Come down in person for any of these amazing Zoom breakout sessions, and you can find the link in the YouTube video description just below this window, and you should be with us in just a few moments. And for everyone who is out of the time today, whether it's here with us on Zoom or on YouTube, once more, we appreciate you spending time with us, and hopefully you enjoyed today's presentation. We'll be looking forward to seeing you here today, once again next week. It should be June 12th at 5 p.m. UTC at the usual time hall slot. So until then, that's it. So we'll catch you guys and gals next time. Have a great day. Ahoy!